Hi, Andrew here, and I got a secret. Gonna let the cat out of the bag. I'm a mess. Okay, maybe it's not that big a secret. Maybe I've devoted a good chunk of my time on this channel to talking about what a mess I am. Well, I've also talked about how I've been working through it, how I've been working to control my mental health problems. And I have been pursuing proper professional help. I've just begun that, and that's an interesting story in and of itself, because there's an old saying in engineering that when it's time for trains, you get trains. That is to say, a technology very rapidly arises and becomes widespread when the broad culture is ready for it. You don't get it out of the blue. The breakthrough out of the blue that changes things is pretty rare. Just as for instance, Newton and Leibniz invented calculus pretty much at the same time, in different languages, in different countries, separated by a fairly significant travel. It was time. It was time for that method to exist, and it came about. Well, there's a pace and a process to dealing with your mental health problems, and you don't seek the help until you're ready to get it. And that mental health problem could be addiction. You don't get out of your addiction until you've hit rock bottom. An intervention is no good if the addict isn't ready. Well, I've finally worked myself to being ready, and I'm getting the help that I hope that I need. I've certainly initiated the process. And as a part of this, I did a baseline assessment. Where is my head at this time? And the test itself, or the assessment itself, was for anxiety, stress, and depression. And I have social anxiety issues to go along with my depression. And I can have general anxiety issues as well. We're all stressed. I mean, a middle-aged man with a mortgage, a car loan, 3 kids, including a teenager to feed, in a 5 to 8% inflation regime, and with the world blowing up in Eastern Europe and all of these things, there's a lot of stress out there. So, you know, we're all dealing with it. I'm not suggesting I'm unique. And then, of course, the depression. And I took the test, and I'm not sure how I reacted to the results. I was both, I mean, it was shocked and not shocked. I was genuinely shocked in a way and not in another way. Now, the end result of it was, yes, you are suffering right now through depression. That I'm not good. The thing is that I did this test, this evaluation, in a week that I thought was pretty okay, pretty normal. And I can't honestly say that I'm shocked that the diagnosis came back depression. But what I can say is I'm a little shocked that it came back in a week that I thought was generally okay. And this got me to thinking, it's amazing what we can get used to. I have referred to this as a slow-moving mental health crisis, my own personal situation. And the last time I genuinely think that I was pretty good was in the summer of 20. We're approaching 2 years since I was pretty good. Or no, not pretty good. Since I genuinely felt I was good. And here we are. And my assessment comes back. Yeah, you got problems, dude. And it's not that I don't know that I have problems. It's that I've become so used to it that It's surprising to me that in a week where I thought I was doing okay, not according to the head shrinkers are looking at me saying, yeah, dude, you got a problem. And that is my big concern. I've become institutionalized. Does that sound familiar from somewhere? I talked about my 8-year-old and how he said to me a few days ago, Daddy, it's strange getting on the school bus without a mask. Half of his school life, he's had to wear a mask on the bus. 1/4 of his entire life, he's been muzzled. And so being freed is unusual. He's become institutionalized to it. It's become his normal. And I've referred in other videos to, don't think about, an 8-year-old. What about the kids who went into junior kindergarten this year? The entire life that they can remember, they've had to wear a mask. They don't have anything else. That is their normal. Well, my normal is listless, unmotivated, depressed, hopeless, helpless. And this is my life. This is what pushed me, ultimately, to seek help, because it's not just my life. It affects my job, yes, but it's my wife's life. It's my children's life. If I were single, I don't know if I'd have sought the help that I need, the help that I'm getting. Because if I were single, I could sit on the couch and binge watch Simon and Simon, which I've done, by the way. I really like that show. And Magnum P.I. and Remington Steele, the silly buddy P.I. shows from the 80s. But I could do that if I didn't have the responsibilities that I have. And it would become more my normal, more this is your life. I wrote or made a video, I can't remember which, in which I said, don't fall in love with your depression. And it might not have been the best phraseology, but the spirit, the idea behind that is what I'm driving at here. Don't let it be your normal. This headspace that I'm in is not normal. This headspace that I'm in is, Andrew, you're a fucking mess. Don't allow it to happen. If it happens, get help, get out. But understand, ultimately, you have to make the choice. So choose.